Hey everyone, I'm Samukaree, a hobby streamer and content creator here on YouTube. Every month I cover the upcoming games, game reviews and some gameplay tips. So today's video is gonna be about Apex Legends. I'll be giving you some easy tips and tricks that every beginner should know. So they don't make you a pro, but maybe it's that extra edge in the fight. So let's get started, guys. We're gonna talk about movement, guys. The first step is the bunny hopping. It's not as overpowered as it used to be, but it's still useful. You can heal while making yourself harder to hit. It won't save you in every fight, but it's like clutch in situations. That extra mobility can make the difference. And the next thing you should do is slide jumping, guys. This is one of the simple but super effective. By sliding and then jumping right at the end of your slide, you can carry momentum and move faster across the maps. It also makes your movement less predictable, so you're harder to hit compared to just sprinting. And then the last tip for movement is wall jumping. Now this one is more advanced. You won't see it a lot in ranked matches, but it looks flashy and can give you some creative ways to outplay your opponent. It's all about timing your jump off a wall and redirecting your momentum. And how I do it, guys, I sprint. You have to sprint, then you slide, jump, and if you get on the wall, you need this animation, the crawling, like the crawling animation. And then you put yourself off with a jump. It looks like this. Slide, jump, put yourself off. See that saved me? Slide, jump. Slide, jump. See, guys? Slide jumping is very important. More important than wall jumping. Now let's talk about the combat. This is where most fights are won or lost. The first thing you need to understand is the peek and shoot mechanic. Don't just stand out in the open, always use cover, whether it's a rock or a wall or even a door. By peeking in and out while shooting, you make yourself a much harder target. And remember, guys, every situation is different, so learn to judge when it's safe to challenge and when it's better to wait. The second tip is to avoid taking fights against multiple enemies at once. Apex is a team game, and if you're running straight into 2 or 3 enemies together, your chance of winning are really low. Try to isolate your opponents, pick them off one by one, and only push when you know you have the advantage. And the next thing is practice your aim and recoil control. Every weapon in Apex has its own recoil pattern, and the best way to get comfortable with that is in the firing range. Spend a few minutes each time you play, practice controlling the spray of your favorite weapons, and you'll notice a big difference once you're in real matches. And don't forget about grenades. You should always try to carry at least one with you. They can be absolutely crucial, especially in the endgame when enemies are hiding behind cover or in small zones. A well-placed frag, arc star or thermite can completely change the outcome of a fight, sometimes winning you the game without even needing to land that final shot. One of the most important things in Apex that a lot of beginners overlook is positioning. Always think about where you are in a fight, not just who you're shooting at. If you're stuck out in the open or pushing uphill, you're at a big disadvantage. But if you take the high ground, you immediately gain better vision, more cover, and it's much harder for enemies to hit you. A simple rule is if you have choice between fighting from low ground or climbing up for the high ground, always go high ground. It doesn't mean you'll instantly win the fight, but it gives you way more options to play around the cover and control the fight on your terms. Another key part of Apex is team communication. Remember, this game is built around squads, so trying to play like it's a solo shooter usually doesn't end well. You don't always need a microphone, but you should always use the ping system. Ping enemies when you spot them, ping loot for your teammates, and mark where you want to rotate. It keeps everyone on the same page and makes fights way easier to win. Good communication can be the difference between a chaotic fight and clean team wipe, so even if you don't talk much, make sure you're giving your squad the info they need. Oh my god, he's in the corner! And finally, let's talk about the endgame. Those last 2 or 3 squads fighting for the win. This is where a lot of beginners panic. The key here is to slow down and stay calm. Don't just run out in the open looking for kills. Instead, always play around the cover and pay attention to the zone. Another big thing is saving your grenades and abilities for these moments. In the final circle, enemies usually hide behind rocks, walls, or small pieces of cover. A well-placed arc star frag or even an ultimate can completely swing the fight in your favor. Positioning is everything in the endgame. If you can hold the high ground or get the better spot before the final ring closes, you'll force the other team to make risky moves. Play smart, stay patient, and let your opponents make the first mistake, guys. And that's it for today's tips. I hope this movement and combat tricks help you improve in Apex Legends. If you enjoyed the video, Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what tips you want to see next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I see you in the next one.